Thank you so much.
All right. Also on what's brewing, B2B commerce company Moglix is making a big infrastructure push with the launch of its greenfield bitumen processing facility under DRG Industries in Mathura. With carbon-neutral heating, automated lines and an in-house R&D center, the plant is a strategic move to support India's road-building ambitions with future-ready sustainable materials. Backed by Tiger Global, Axel and Alpha Wave Global, Moglix is currently valued at $2.6 billion. And to talk to us about the road ahead, joining me now is its founder and CEO, Rahul Garg. Rahul, welcome back to Startup Street. Moglix has just inaugurated its greenfield bitumen processing facility under DRG Industries in Kosikala in Mathura. What's the strategic vision behind this foray into the energy and infrastructure space? And given that it is not just a manufacturing site, but includes an in-house R&D center, how critical is indigenous innovation to your long-term strategy?
So firstly, thank you for having us. I think it is always exciting. As Moglix, we started with the simple ambition that we want to partner with Indian manufacturing sector, Indian infrastructure sector, and really enable creating of a Viksit Bharat. And I think as we went through the infrastructure journey, we realized that many of the supply ecosystem is completely broken. Take, for example, we're starting to have the monsoon season, right? So
yes.
We will soon, I think few months later, we'll find all the potholes in the...
We're already seeing that, Rahul, already seeing that.
So I think, and I grew up in and around NCR to say that we used to have a joke that after every monsoon, you're back to square one of building the roads, right? So
yes.
I think we started to look at that problem and we said, now some of it is a supply side problem. If you don't put high quality material into construction of these roads, you're eventually going to land up with this solution. So therefore, there are two initiatives actually that happened. One, we realized that India needs to move towards value-added bitumen. In technical terms, people call it polymer modified bitumen. People use emulsions. And these products, which are in the Western world, are almost 70% of the roads are constructed using this material. In India, that number is 9%. So unless we use the right kind of material, we are not going to create reliable roads, and we will not get rid of the fact that there will be all these safety concerns, and you will start to see some crazy stuff happening in another city, Gurgaon.
Okay.
So that's the first initiative that we started. And then it is very important, this plant is having the R&D because it is bringing the best in class. What is the right way to mix many of these chemicals to construct the road? What is the innovation and it will become probably the best R&D center as well as the best manufacturing plant for value-added products in the future.
All right. You know, you've described roads as the veins of Viksit Bharat, and you mentioned microsurfacing emulsions and polymer modified bitumen, that they are some of the innovations that Moglix is betting on to make Indian roads stronger and last longer. But you also claim the plant uses carbon neutral boilers and sustainable heating. So Rahul, tell us, how central is ESG play to Moglix's manufacturing roadmap, especially with future facilities like this one?
Yeah, we think it is very important that these are downstream petro products, but in this processing also there is energy being consumed. And how to make these plants more efficient? So this plant will use 44% less energy as opposed to any plant doing the bitumen processing. And I think that is very, very important because India needs energy efficient manufacturing all around for the future.
All right. Rahul, you know, you've already invested 200 crore rupees in M&A over the last 2 years, including the acquisition of Khatema Fibers. What's the larger play behind these deals, you know, particularly in traditional manufacturing? And with 500 to 600 crore rupees earmarked for FY26, where do you see your next big bets? Is sustainable packaging one of them?
So we are taking multiple bets because we deal in 150 plus categories of products.
Yeah.
We realize that there are at least maybe 50 categories where the manufacturing is not of high quality or there are brands that do not exist. Unlike, like electricals, we would know a lot of brands existing, but many categories like bitumen packaging, we do not have brands in the country. And therefore, we continue to look at both greenfield as well as acquisitive approach on this. I would say acquisitive is very unpredictable in India because there are many diligence related issues. So we are continuously looking at how can we create at least 2 to 3 manufacturing plants, if not more, in a greenfield manner every year.
All right. Let's go to packaging, which is one of your top 10 categories and is already nearing 500 crore rupees. You expect it to be 1,000 crore rupee vertical soon. What's driving that growth and how are you planning to scale it?
So we see packaging being used in daily lives of consumer, and what may seem like probably 10 years back you would not care about the packaging, but how you brand products, how you deliver products, all of that requires packaging. And with food delivery, e-commerce delivery, FMCG companies becoming innovative on packaging, it's a category which is bound to grow. And we see over the next 12 to 24 months, we should be able to scale this category significantly and continue to become leader in the space. We are already leaders as an online player, but like online plus offline together.
All right. Moglix clocked nearly 5,000 crore rupees in revenue in FY24, and you've significantly narrowed your losses. What were the key levers, Rahul, that drove this financial turnaround?
So we believe that there's mantra at Moglix is speed, scale, and profit. So as you scale, profit automatically improves. So that is the operating leverage that we are driving. As well as I think at every point you reset the company towards a more leaner structure. So I think both of these approaches have continued to make us more and more closer to profitability. We should be crossing it sometime this year and continue our journey from there.
All right, finally, my last question. An IPO is on the cards within the next 2 years, you say. When do you plan to begin conversations with investment bankers, and will that kick off by the end of this year?
So we are a Singapore holding company. We are in the process of determining how do we switch back to India, and that has regulatory aspects. So I wouldn't say that we can truly predict the timeline, but we are working on how do we flip back to India, and then we'll start those conversations. But yeah, we do hope to go live in the next 2 years.
All right. On that note, it's time for me to wrap up our conversation. Many thanks, Rahul, for joining us on Startup Street today, and wish you the very best for all your aggressive growth plans.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for having us again.
On that note, it is time